Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Management Skills and Personal Development. Great to see you all here. Thank you for being here on time. We will have a self-exploration theme and activities today. So you'll have a lot of chance to reflect on yourself and your personality today. And I'll give you a lot of tools, personality testing, and valuable exercises today. So let's start. Uh, Before we start, let's review what we have already done in the seminar section. Remember that you need to include 7 seminar activities in total to your portfolio. You can choose any activities that you wish, okay? But you need to include 7 seminar activities in your portfolio, okay? What are some of these activities? We have already done these activities. Let's remember. Seminar activity 1, top 10 employable skills evidence. You create your own evidence inside your studies as well as outside your studies regarding these 10 employable skills. Remember that? You create your own evidence, which is rigorous. And seminar activity 2, you create your evidence table for your self-directed learning activities. You can do this until summer. You can borrow from movies, desert island discs, TED Talks, any other things that inspire you, books. You turn them into learning. Yeah. Seminar activity 3, flower exercise. You reflect on your ideal job, ideal career by addressing each of these questions. Seminar activity 4, you choose one of these options. There are many options, 6 options to choose from. You choose just one of them, whichever is most interesting and useful to you. Seminar activity 5, you create benchmarking table, where as an individual, you are borrowing from a mix of country brands, organizational company brands, and individual brands. What do you learn from their success and their branding? So you just turn it into learning. Seminar activity 6, you prepare your canvas. You have 2 choices here. If you want to focus on your asset creation project, then choose business model canvas. If you want to focus on your employability, then choose personal branding canvas. Just do one of these. Seminar activity 7, again, you have 2 choices here. You will either design a hat or a pair of shoes, applying design thinking. Remember the handout, you just populate that handout. Seminar activity 8, this time you are designing a new cafe. Imagine yourself as a designer, entrepreneur, you'll open this cafe. Okay, you'll think about everything, location, who you will target segments will be, your poster and slogan, logo, menu, atmosphere, the whole experience. You'll design it as a design thinking entrepreneur. Okay, you can also do a restaurant. If you don't like to do a cafe, you can also create a restaurant here. Okay, so these are the 8 activities we have already covered. And you will be including 7 activities in total. So there are already more than what you need. Yeah, but I'll be introducing you more activities this semester. You'll also have more activities in summertime. So you'll have a lot of activities to choose from. Choose the activities that you loved the most, that inspired you the most. Okay, try to choose the activities that inspired you the most, that you found really most useful, and make them really rigorous, detailed, insightful, and relevant, useful for yourself, your career. Okay, so let's start today's activities. I will be introducing you 5 activities today, 5 of them. You'll be choosing one of these out of 5, okay? If you really love these activities, some of them, you can also choose a second one if you want. But one activity should be enough. So let me introduce you each of these activities, and then you make your choice. And some of these we will start doing them in the class right now. The first one, the first option, six hats thinking. This is a methodology for incorporating creativity. So you apply six hats thinking to your asset creation project. You can see what these six hats represent here in this table. Have a look at that. What you will do is you will apply this to your asset creation project. There's a handout, six hats thinking handout, Word document. You'll just fill it out and apply these six thinking hats. De Bono introduced these, and it is often used by companies and individuals to foster creativity and originality in thinking. So let me briefly go over this so that you can apply it to your asset creation project. Let's say you want to build your YouTube channel, then you apply this to your YouTube channel. Let's say you are writing on Medium, then you apply it to your Medium writing. Let's say you open your Amazon Etsy store, so then you apply it to your online store. Yeah. So let's start with white hat. White hat means facts and statistics and numbers. You can do market research. You can do Google search. You can use AI to learn more about the market, about your target segments. All of these are white hat. So white hat is about collecting, analyzing information, data, statistics, numbers, market research, all these things. Yellow hat is about advantages and positives. If your project becomes successful, what are the advantages? What are the benefits for your users, for your target segment? How will you change their lives for the better? Think about sunshine, positives, advantages, and all the things that will come true if you are able to implement your project successfully. Green hat is creative hat. Green hat represents creativity, vegetation, and growth. So if you use the green hat, then you will generate lots of amazing ideas for your asset creation project. The more ideas, the better. So when you wear the green hat, you use generative thinking. Come up with lots of out-of-the-box original ideas. So green means vegetation growth. So you're growing all these creative ideas, just as like plants, different plants, like a farmer. Red hat means feelings, intuition. When you wear red hat, you try to use your gut feelings. You rely on your emotions. You also try to understand, tap into the emotions of your target segments, your audience. Okay, so how do you understand them, build empathy with them? And black hat is about what might go wrong. When you wear black hat, do you think about all potential negatives, what could happen, all threats, risks, dangers, and then try to produce solutions for these. Can you create some remedies, solutions? Can you solve these problems? If there are some potential problems, you predict them, try to solve them, take some precautions. Okay. And then the blue hat is the overall organizing hat for all of these. How do you implement your project in action, put it in life, put it into action? So how do you proceed, make progress step by step? What are your steps? You think about the whole process, okay? And blue hat is like the sort of organizing hat. You are organizing all your thinking and apply it and implement it. Okay, so you think about your goals, steps, implementation, what to do, in what order, processes, operations, deadlines. How do you do that? How do you make this happen? Okay, so these are the 6 thinking hats. This is a review of these 6 thinking hats. And this is a table that summarizes each of these hats. Okay, so you can use them, but your goal is to apply it to your asset creation project. And here are some examples on this slide on how you can use this for your asset creation project. So this is option 1, everyone. 6 hats thinking. You'll be applying these 6 hats thinking for your asset creation project. Let's say your Amazon store, Medium blog, your YouTube channel, etc. Okay, you'll create that table. There is a handout on Blackboard. You can download that handout and fill it out. So you need to come up with several bullet points for each of these hats and make sure that your table is rigorous, specific, detailed, and generative and useful for your asset creation project. Okay, so that's your option number 1. Which is 6 hats thinking. Any questions about this? You apply it to your asset creation project. Is this clear? Any questions? So let's continue with the second option, Belbin Roles. Belbin Roles are about your contribution in a team environment. How do you behave, function in a team environment? There are 9 different roles, as you can see them here. Plant, resource investigator, coordinator, shaper, monitor, evaluator, team worker, implementer, completer, finisher, specialist. Which one are you? Each one has a different contribution as well as some weaknesses. Okay, so what you will do now is you'll take a test. It's called Belbin Roles test to understand which role is your main role, main Belbin role. There are 9 roles, and you'll take a test and identify your top Belbin role as well as your second highest one, which is your supporting Belbin role. Okay, so what you will do next is we will complete the test, Belbin Roles test. Let me find you that in your Blackboard. So please go to your Blackboard right now and let's do the test right now because it's a very useful test. Normally, Belbin tests cost you like $60, $70 at least, but I found you a free version. Okay, so you'll and uploaded it on Blackboard, so you can use it, the free version. And I want you to download that. This is the handout. Please download it. Belbin Team Role Self-Perception Questionnaire. Please download this questionnaire right now. And let's do this. Even if you don't want to include your results as your option 2, I want you to fill out this test to understand your Belbin roles because it will be critical. You'll be functioning, working with teams. So when you are working with teams, it's important to understand your strengths and weaknesses and limitations. Yeah. So this role, Belbin role test, will help you to identify your Belbin roles. Yeah. So let's do it. Let's do this. Please download this, and I'll tell you how to complete it. It'll take 10 minutes to do this. Very easy. Let's do it now. So you will allocate 10 points in each of these sections. There are boxes here. Box A. Let's start doing it. I want you to open your own document now and assign yourself scores. How do you assign the scores? For each box, you read the question. When involved in a project with other people, choose the ones that apply to you. Put some stars next to those. So I produce original suggestions. This applies to me. So I put a star here. And number 6, it applies to me. I put a star next, 2 stars next to it. Yeah. And number 8, I put stars next to these. So number 4, 6, and 8 apply to me. Okay. First, you choose items that apply to you. You can choose 2 items, maybe 3 items, maximum 4 items. Don't choose more than 4. Okay. So choose these items, and then what you will do is you will allocate 10 points on the basis of how much they apply to you. I produce original suggestions. This is 4 points. It applies to me quite well. Yeah, I allocated, let's say, 4 points. I'm keen to find out latest ideas and developments. This applies to me a lot. I allocated 4 points again. I'm ready to support good suggestions to help resolve the problem. This applies to me a little bit, so I allocated 2 points. Okay. The others don't apply to me. Okay, so this is how you do this. So please allocate your points right now. First, choose the items that apply to you, put stars next to them. And then in total, you need to allocate 10 points on the basis of how much each applies to you. Okay? So allocate your scores right now. Allocate your scores right now. In total, you need to allocate 10 points. Let's continue with box B. First, choose the items that apply to you. I've chosen number 5 and number 7. These apply to me a lot. So I allocated 6 points to this one. I tend to have a creative approach to problem solving. This applies to me quite well. I allocated 6 points. And then I'm interested in practicalities rather than new ideas. I allocated 4. Maybe I can change it. Let me allocate 7 and 3 points. So these are my, in total, you need to allocate 10 points, yeah? And this time I have chosen just 2 items. And the others don't apply to me. Well, maybe this one applies to me a little bit. So I change my rating. So I've chosen number 8 as well. Yeah, so I've changed my rating. Okay. So you can allocate 10 points in total. Or, yeah, if you're not sure, I'll keep the original, let's say. I'm not sure, so I'll keep the original one, as you wish, okay? Let's continue with all the boxes. Box C. When the team is trying to solve a particularly complex problem, what do you do? So first choose the items that apply to you. Put stars next to them. I put stars to these ones, yeah. And then allocate a score. Again, the total should be 10, yeah. So yeah, please repeat this. Allocate yourself scores. Let's continue with box D now. Again, allocate yourself what will be your scores. Choose two of them, put stars, and then allocate your points. Any questions about how you allocate these points? Is this all clear? So yeah, please allocate your points right now. Let's continue with box E. Choose the ones that apply to you, put stars, and then allocate points. Okay. So let's repeat this and finish all the boxes, yeah? We have box F, the next one. So again, you put stars first, and then you allocate 10 points in total. And the last box is G. Let's finish with the last box. So finish all these boxes, yeah? Give yourself a score again. In total, it should be 10, yeah? Let's finish the boxes now. And allocate your scores. Finish your scoring. Okay. After you finish all the boxes, what you will do is you will transport your scores to this table. How do you do that? You write your score red color, okay? And these are the item numbers for each box. So what you see here are the item numbers. So what you need to do is you will transport your scores by looking at your answers. Box A, for example, item number 4. You go to box A, item number 4, I allocated 4 points. So write your score in red color. I allocated 4 points. I've written it here, yeah? And then box A, what did I allocate? Number 6, item number 6. I need to find item number 6 and I allocated 4 points. Number 6 is here. I allocated 4 points. I write in red color, yeah? And then I allocated for item number 8, I allocated 2 points. Yeah. So you find item number 8 here, and I allocated 2 points. I write my 2. Yeah. So you repeat this for all the boxes. Okay. You repeat this for all the boxes. You transport your scores for all the boxes. These are the item numbers in black color, and write your own scores in red color so that it'll be easy to identify. Okay, so please transport all your scores to this table now. Put your scores next to these item numbers. Is this clear? Any questions? So please transport your scores. Write down your scores in red color. And do this for all the boxes. Any questions? Is this all clear? Let's transport all the scores. Use a different color. I used red color. And when you're done, if you are done, what you will do is you will add up all the columns, each of these columns. So these columns, each of them represent a different Belbin role: shaper, completer, plant, resource investigator, monitor, evaluator, implementer, team worker, completer, finisher. Yeah. So each of them is a different Belbin role. What you will do next is you will add up the columns to identify the totals. Okay. And write them in bold red color. What are your totals for each of these columns? So add up the totals. So when I add up my column, the highest one is 34. Yeah. So whichever is highest, you say that is your top Belbin role. Okay. So my score on plant is 34. This is my top Belbin role. Okay. So I allocate, I identify my top Belbin role, a plant. So I function as a plant. Okay. And the second highest will be your supporting Belbin role. Find the second highest as well. And that will be your supporting Belbin role. Okay. And I can even include a third one. This one also supporting, but yeah, the other one is higher. So I'll take this one. Okay, so please identify your top Belbin score as well as the second highest one, supporting one. And then you read the definitions. Shaper, what does it mean? You will read your strengths, weaknesses as well. Yeah. Coordinator, plant, resource investigator, monitor, evaluator, implementer, team worker, completer, finisher. So please read the definitions, go over them. and then find out about your Belbin roles, okay? Is this all clear? That's how you find out your Belbin role. If you choose to submit your Belbin role as your option, you don't need to include all this handout. There is another handout. You can include the other one. Okay? So if you choose to include this Belbin roles exercise, there's another handout. It is called Belbin Roles Result and Analysis Table. It's on your Blackboard. Please download this one. This is the table, yeah? So if you choose to include Belbin role result, Belbin role test, yeah, you just include this one, Belbin role result analysis table. It's enough to include this one. You don't have to include the other one, okay? And you respond to these 5 questions. Make sure that you include detailed responses and all your reflections. Which one is your top Belbin role? What are your strengths and weaknesses? Describe these, yeah? Which one is your supporting Belbin role, the second highest? What are your strengths and weaknesses? And then number 3, 4, and 5 are very critical. Make sure that you include very detailed responses to these 3, the last 3 questions. To what extent do you think this analysis is relevant, useful to you? Do you agree with the results? Why? So you include your reflections. Make sure you write this in detail. And then what are the implications? What did you learn? How will you implement this? Next time you are in a team environment, operating with team, what do you do differently? How will you take these into action? And then number 5, are there any action points? So what? What will you do next? How can you build on your strengths? How can you improve, eliminate your weaknesses? Are there any resources or learning points that you can take forward? You know, can you read some books, watch some videos, etc.? Learn more about Belbin roles, your role. Okay, so identify some specific action point. Is this clear? So if you choose Belbin, you just include this handout. Okay, based on your results, of course. You do the other handout, finish it, use the results that you learned from that one. Okay, option 2 is Belbin test, Belbin results, interpret them and reflect. And that means you include this handout. Okay, any questions about option 2? Is this clear? So let's continue with the next option. Option 3, Richard Branson challenge. Richard Branson did something amazing for his 65th birthday. He posed challenges. He said, I will take on 65 challenges across the coming year. This is my 65th birthday, so I will take on 65 different challenges. So pose me challenges. He put a hashtag, challenge Richard, on TikTok, and everybody came up with suggestions for his birthday that he could do. So you can see some of these challenges here. Write a poem of 16 lines for entrepreneurs, for example, or what impact can you make with $5, profit and purpose, or what are the 65 defining moments in your life? So like all these challenges, Richard Branson posted them, did them one by one. Okay, so inspired by his birthday challenges, you'll also do birthday challenges if you choose option 3. So how do you do that? How old will you be next year? Let's say you will be 27 next year. Then you will identify and write down 27 creative challenges for yourself. These might be about adventure, creativity, entrepreneurship, art, travel, helping others, writing, personal branding, etc. Whatever you care about, whatever you are excited about. Okay, include things that inspire you, excite you. That's how you do option 3, birthday challenges. Okay, any question on this? Option 3, birthday challenges. You identify these birthday challenges and you'll try to do them over the course of 1 year next year. Yeah. So I've written an article on this. Here is that article. Please make sure you click on this article. Here is the link. I pasted it in the chat box. You can click on the link. And you can see how I have done this challenge myself. I did this 2 years ago. And you can see the article here that I've written. You can publish an article like this on Medium as well. Okay, so I formulated 43 challenges for my 43rd year. So what I did was I put these challenges, yeah, 43 challenges. So this is what you will do. I will write a letter to my 63-year-old self, let's say. I will write another letter to my 23-year-old self. I will create 430 videos on my YouTube channel. I will create a playlist of 43 songs for my Desert Island Discs episode. I will create my own movie list, non-fiction book list, fiction book list. I will write 43 Medium articles. I will create 430 pages of doodles, diary exercises. I'll create 200 Medium articles. So, yep, I'll go on 43 journeys. So I did most of these, not all of them, but I did most of these challenges. I couldn't do number 12, but I will do it maybe in the next couple of years. Yeah, I will help at least 43 people by surprising them, adding value to their lives. So you can see my challenges, and you can come up with your own challenges, yeah? And see that I always used the number 43 because that was my age. So you'll do something like this, yeah? You'll identify these challenges and post them to yourself and try to do them over the course of 1 year, starting with your birthday, next birthday, okay? That's how you do it. Isn't this clear? That's how you do option 3, birthday challenges. Okay. Let me introduce option 4 and 5 now. Option 4 is 16 personalities. This is the MBTI test. You go to this website, 16personalities.com. You can go there right away. What you will do is you will go to this website and then take the personality test. And this is called MBTI test. Click on the link. MBTI, it is called MBTI, Myers-Briggs Type Inventory. Myers-Briggs Type Inventory. This is a very famous test. It is about personality. You'll identify your own personality. The system assigns you into one of these 16 personalities, 16 categories. And each of them is about 4 dimensions. Okay. So you ask yourself essentially these 4 dimensions. Are you introvert or extrovert? That's the first one. Each of them is a letter, as you can see here. Introvert or extrovert? Are you introvert or extrovert? Are you sensing or feeling? Are you sensing or feeling? Sorry, sensing or intuitive? Are you sensing or intuitive? Are you sensing or intuitive? That's the second one, sensing or intuitive. The third one is thinking, or are you thinking or feeling? Are you thinking or feeling? That's the third one. Are you thinking or feeling? And the fourth one is, are you perceiving or judging? Are you perceiving or judging? Okay, so you'll respond to questions. It will take about 15 minutes. Do this after the seminar, yeah? And the system will give you a free report. Normally, Myers-Briggs test is very expensive. You need to pay like $80, etc. But this, I found this a free version. Okay, if you already know your type, that's okay. But do this test again. Sometimes your types might change. Okay, like do this again carefully. Sometimes like there might be slight changes. So do this objectively based on your actual situation, not your ideal situation, okay? Your actual situation and preferences, okay? So do the test. Even if you have done this, do it again, okay? And then read your report. It will give you a detailed report that includes all these sections. What you will do is you will write a reflective report on your results. Okay, this will be minimum 2 pages. You will reflect on your learning. Do these apply to you? What did you learn? What are the implications? What do you do right now? To what extent do you agree with these? Do they fit you? Do these descriptions fit you? Are they relevant? Are they useful to you? And what are the action points? What do you do next? Okay, so like you just analyze this report and share your reflections. Okay, so that's how you do option 4, 16 personalities. Is this clear? Do this. Even if you don't end up submitting it, make sure you do the test. This is the MBTI test. Make sure you do the test because it is immensely useful. You'll understand so much about yourself. Okay, it's a very useful, relevant test. So do it. Even if you don't end up writing this report, do it for yourself. Okay, and I found you the free version, which is very high quality as well. So right now it is free. It might not be free tomorrow. Yeah, do it right away today and read your report. Get your free report, save it, read it. You'll understand a lot about yourself. Okay, and the last option is via strength survey. It's again a very similar test. You go to this website. You need to register to take the test. Registration is free via strength survey. Go to this website, register, do the test, and then again they will write you a report, and you'll analyze the report again. Go over these, discover your strengths, evaluate the report, think about the implications. How will you unleash your strengths? How will you go over your weaknesses? What did you do? What will you do next? What are the implications? Are these results relevant to you? Do you agree? And how do you amplify, build on your strengths? Yeah. So these are the human strengths, character strengths. These are possible character strengths and there are 24 of them. Okay, 24 of them. You'll discover which ones are your top strengths and which ones are your weaknesses. Okay, so make sure you do the test. Even if you don't end up submitting it, do it for yourself. Again, it's a very detailed, rigorous test. Okay, so this is option 5 via strength survey. Is this all clear? So now you have all the 5 options to choose from. Is this all clear? Are you clear about all these 5 options? What I want you to do in the next 1 minute, please choose which option you will be doing. Choose your top option. These are all about self-exploration. Yeah, you are exploring yourself. So I created a survey now. Please choose your response. Which one would you like to do? Make your choice right now. Which one would you like to do? Choose the one that is most interesting for you. Make your selection. I included a survey now. Please respond to the survey now. Those of you who haven't responded, are you here? Just choose your responses for now. You can change them later. This is your last chance to include your responses, everyone. Come on. Choose one of them. I'm ending the survey now. As you can see, the most famous, the most popular one is 16 personalities. 4 of you have chosen 16 personalities, which is the MBTI test. It is very useful, excellent. 2 of you have chosen birthday challenges. I love this option. It's a very creative option, entrepreneurial option. And then 1 of you has chosen Belbin. 1 of you has chosen 6 hats thinking applied to your asset creation, which are great. None of you have chosen via strengths, but I recommend that you do the test nevertheless. So even if you don't end up doing these options, you know, the 3, the Belbin test, the MBTI, 16 personalities, and via strengths, please make sure that you do these 3 tests, okay? Belbin, MBTI, and the via strengths survey. Make sure that you do them. Please, each of these are immensely useful for you. And I found you the free versions, which are highest quality. Yeah. So please do the tests. Normally, these tests, you have to pay a lot of money for these tests, but these are the free versions that I found for you. So use this as an opportunity. Do these tests. Even if you don't end up submitting them in and sharing your reflections, reflective reports, even if you don't do that, still do these 3 tests, yeah, to really understand yourself, because these are very rewarding. You'll learn so much about yourself. Okay, is this all clear, everyone? Any questions about any of these exercises? Is this all clear? Are you clear? Cool. Thank you so much. So this is the end of our seminar. I'll share the QR code now then. Thank you. Please do register. I'll share the QR code. Please do register. Thank you for coming, attending. You were great today. And yeah, do these tests. Yeah. MBTI test, Why Strength Survey, Belbin, finish them and interpret your results. They will be immensely useful for you in exploring yourself. Thanks a lot, everyone. I will see you in our lecture on Thursday. I think we are in a different room on Thursday. You can look from the calendar. I think we are in Sports Park on Thursday. So come to Sports Park, yeah, on Thursday. I'll see you in the lecture. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a wonderful week. Thank you. Bye-bye.